What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, you guys, I'm going to be talking about Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet because I came across some very tea-filled reports, and I needed to share them with someone, and obviously that someone is you, the House of Hill. Okay, so based on these new reports that I've seen, you guys, I'm getting the sense that Kylie Jenner's family and Timothée Chalamet's family is not on the same page when it comes to their relationship. On one hand, we have one report claiming that Mama Kris is ready for Kylie and Timothée to take the next steps in their relationship. She's ready to capitalize on those next steps. And then on the other hand, we have a report about Timothée Chalamet's family and how they're allegedly wanting to stage an intervention when it comes to Timothy's romance with Kylie. I know it sounds insane. I am fully aware, but you guys, there's just some little pieces of tea in these reports that are definitely making me pause. So of course I had to sit down and bring these to the House of Hill so that way we can sift through these new reports together and figure out how we're feeling. But first, because this is the first pop-off of the week, you know, I have to check in and see how the House of Hill is doing. So let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, you guys, I'm so happy to be back. I'm happy to be sitting here with you guys. I had to take last week off because I needed to be with family, but I am happy to be back. I'm happy to be getting back into a routine. I will be traveling back to Kansas City next week, but no work will stop. The work will continue. There are no more breaks happening for me here in the House of Hill. But enough about me, you guys, because I know you're like, Maddison, you tease some serious Kylie and Timothée tea, and I need to hear the details. And honestly, you guys, you're not wrong. The tea is hot and interesting today. So straight to the tea, people, go ahead and help out your fellow straight to the tea people by dropping this time code down there in the comments. And now let's get to unwrapping these Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet facts. Okay, so as you all know, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet have been romantically linked since last April after Kylie Jenner split from Travis Scott. And while these two initially kept their romance very low-key, as of late, they've been doing the exact opposite of that. For example, most recently, we saw Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet attend the Golden Globes together, and as you all saw, they shared several PDA-filled moments, and in fact, I feel like they looked like they're absolutely obsessed with one another. However, I don't know how much longer this honeymoon phase can last, because as I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this video, it sounds like there might be a chance that Kylie Jenner's family and Timothée Chalamet's family is not on the same page in regards to their relationship. So first up, let's start with the Jenners, you guys. We have this new report from Radar Online where a source shared that Mama Kris is ready for Kylie and Timothée to take it to the next level. This source shared that Mama Kris is, quote, trying not to interfere in Kylie and Timothy's relationship, but she, quote, can't help herself. This insider then continued saying that Kris would love Kylie to have a wedding on TV, but she's waiting to push that until Kylie is actually engaged because she fears she will, quote, frighten Timothée off, which to me sounds like a freaking massive understatement. But continuing on, you guys, because this alleged pushiness from Mama Kris sounds like it's the exact thing that Timothée Chalamet's family is concerned about. Now, this info is coming from a recent report from The Sun via Heat World. Now, this report claims, you guys, that Timothy's family is not pushing for an engagement like Mama Kris. Instead, this report is claiming that Timothée Chalamet's family is pushing for an intervention when it comes to his relationship with Kylie Jenner. This report is kind of insane, you guys. It goes on to allegedly detail how those closest to Timothée are caught, quote, between a rock and a hard place because, quote, they don't want to be seen to be smothering him or trying to micromanage his romantic choices as he's almost 30 and has proven for many years now that he's quite capable of managing his own affairs, certainly from a business point of view. But as much as they want to hold back and stay out of it, quote, they're finding it near impossible not to speak up. Now, this report then went on to give a little more details as to why those closest to Timothée Chalamet are concerned, and this insider claims that Timothée Chalamet now allegedly cares more about material things than he did before, and how he reportedly wasn't raised that way. The source also claims that when Timothée was with his family over the holidays, he wasn't present because he was, quote, texting and FaceTiming Kylie nonstop. He apparently felt like a, quote, stranger. This source then ended their insider info saying that Timothy's family's patience is wearing thin, and that's why they're planning this alleged intervention or talking to. This source then said, quote, they plan to sit him down, outline how he has his whole life ahead of him, and point out how the men who date the Kardashians haven't fared well. With his career at its peak right now, does he really want to fall into that trap? You guys, I told you it sounds insane, but you already know I have so many thoughts about these reports, and I'm literally bursting at the seams. So let's go ahead and make this pop off official girl and get to that shambong. Okay, first up, let's discuss that Radar Online report about Mama Kris, because you guys know I'm always telling you, do not count Radar Online out. I know at times the articles on Radar Online seem a little bit much, they seem a little bit gossipy, but also you guys, Radar Online has called a few things before they've really gone mainstream. Case in point, Ariana Grande. Radar Online was the first one on the scent that Ari was getting divorced and hooking up with Ethan Slater. So I'm just saying, for those of you who are like, Maddison, Radar Online, really? Yes, you guys, Radar Online, really. And also on top of that, is it really that out of bounds to believe that Mama Kris would want Kylie and Timothee's next relationship steps to be documented on television? Let's be real, of course that sounds on brand for Mama Kris to want to document anything going on with Kylie Jenner's relationship. There is zero doubt in my mind that Mama Kris would be pushing for Kylie and Timothee to take things further. That way it can be shown on the show, because let's be real, you guys, the show kind of needs it at this point, right? I mean, let's just think of the storylines we've seen so far in Kardashians that caught our attention. We saw the fallout from Kim and Kanye's divorce. We saw Kourtney and Travis's relationship. We saw their engagement. We saw their marriage. They have a baby now, so really, how dramatic are they going to be? We've also seen the entire storyline of Tristan Thompson play out, maybe even more so than we wanted. So at this point, it's believable to me that the Kardashians would be looking for some new content for the show. And what better content than the youngest Kar Jenner being in love, being in a relationship with this A-list actor. And like I mentioned, Kourtney's engagement was filmed, her wedding was filmed, and as of right now, Kylie Jenner is the most likely to get engaged next, to get married next. So it makes sense to me that Mama Kris would be pushing for this when it comes to Kylie and Timothee. Again, obviously we have to take this report as alleged. Obviously we always have to be sifting through these reports, but I'm just saying, based on what we've seen from Mama Kris previously, I can personally see her hoping that something happens between Kylie and Timothee. That way that can be used for the show. Now, also as this Radar Online source shared, I do believe it would probably be in Mama Kris's best interest to back off a little bit and not really push for things too hard when it comes to Kylie and Timothee if his family is really having reservations about their relationship, which obviously brings me to the Sun report. Now, do I think Timothée Chalamet's family is planning this big intervention? I don't know about that. That feels a little dramatic to me. However, do I think it's a possibility that Timothee's family is concerned for his career when it comes to his relationship with Kylie Jenner? Honestly, yeah, I can see that. Let's just look at the Golden Globes, for example, you guys. Previously, when Timothée Chalamet would attend an award show, we really only saw positive coverage about him. We would see coverage about his look, how he's so sweet, how he's so cute, how he's Gen Z's dream guy. But he attends his first major award show with Kylie Jenner, and what kind of coverage do we have after that? Non-stop freaking drama. That whole week afterwards, he found himself involved in a scandal with Kylie, Selena Gomez, and Taylor Swift. So I can understand why his family would see that and have some major reservations. Also, something else in that report that I want to address, this alleged change in Timothee's behavior. I honestly think it is possible for somebody's behavior to change a little bit when they are dating somebody new. For example, when it comes to Timothee and Kylie, when you are around somebody who is constantly flaunting their wealth, and that is no shade to the Kardashians. If I had Kardashian money, I would be living large and showing it off, so that's no shade. But I'm just saying, when you're around that all the time and it becomes normalized for you, no matter how humble your family tries to keep you, your reality is gonna get a little bit warped and you're probably gonna change just a little bit. That is no shade towards Timothee. I'm also not saying that I think that's exactly what's happening. I'm just saying that on a human level, I believe that's a possibility. I believe that as humans, when we are around people who exhibit different behavior than what we've been around previously, sometimes that can warp our reality and sometimes that can change us a little bit. And also, another point that I want to bring up, you guys, let's be real here. A lot of the men who have previously dated Kardashian women haven't fared well, to this source's point. And while I understand that that is a pattern, I will say this is a dig towards Kardashian women that I don't necessarily love, because I feel like it places 100% blame on women instead of men. And a lot of these men have acted poorly, which has again caused those consequences. So I feel like it's not totally fair to completely blame the Kardashian women, but I understand the pattern and I understand where people are coming from when they they use that against them. But overall, you guys, I don't know. You know that I'm really starting to like Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet together. You know, initially I was a little skeptical about these two, but the more I've seen them together, I do feel like they're a good couple. I do feel like they really care for one another. I do like who Kylie is with Timothee. I feel like she's more natural. I feel like she's more herself. I don't know. Hopefully, if these two are meant to be, they can continue taking things slow. Everyone on their lives can get on board, and whatever's meant to happen will happen. But obviously, if anything happens in the meantime, I'll be sitting right here to fill you in on it. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you when it comes to Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. I want to hear all of your thoughts and feels down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back here to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love, or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget you can also hit that super thanks button down below. You guys don't forget to tune into tomorrow's live happy hour hang happening right here on my channel at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. You guys can also check out all of my merch over at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, you guys, I'll see y'all next time.